Hi, welcome to One Word Today. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We're going to continue almost toward the end of our August special edition of doing 2 character a day expression. And that 2 character always start with sheng. And sheng looks like this. A made up of this plant symbol, this trident looking thing growing on top of soil. There's 2 horizontal lines connected by 1 vertical line, and the second vertical line cannot past the bottom line, because then it will become a different character. Anyways, this means plant growing in soil. It's still alive. That's Chinese definition of life. And then all kinds of meaning derived from it. And today we continue with 生鲜. So yesterday we talked about 生肉, which is raw meat. And today 生鲜 have 生, again, it means raw, uncooked, unprocessed. Came as it was alive, like a freshly cut, like freshly butchered or captured. It's pretty bloody when you think about it. Whatever protein food, well, no, animal-based protein food, pretty bloody, but that's the raw definition. It means uncooked. And actually, we do have 生菜. Okay, when it pairs with 菜, which our generic term for vegetable, when we say raw vegetable, actually it means lettuce. It means a specific kind of 菜. So the language is so versatile, cannot easily draw any kind of rules around it. Always there are exceptions. Same applies to English. Okay, 鲜 made up of fish and sheep or lamb. So we have fish. You can almost see the fish shape, even if these icons are kind of like a sharing with, for example, this is side view human. This is human figure, ancient Chinese way, and this is fire. But it doesn't make sense to have human figure standing on top of fire in separated by some seashell looking thing, right? So actually this is sharing the same visual element, but one is combined into together something else. It makes something else. This is a fish. So this is the head of the fish instead of a human figure. And this is the body of a fish, like with the scales on them. So just with this and this, 2 rows of that is enough of repetition to show you this is recurring pattern. It's not going to be drawn again and again on here. 2 enough. And then fire symbol is not a fire, but it's actually in the shape of the tail of the fish. So fish tail, body, head, altogether means fish. The right side, lamb or sheep. I don't actually know what's the difference between lamb and sheep. Lamb appears to be more innocent, right? Okay, anyways, the main feature of sheep is the horns. So this is the horns of the sheep and the fluffy hairs that go horizontal. And this time, Chinese took the trouble to write 3 rows of hair. So I guess that's to show how hairy the sheep is. The fish only have 2 rows of scales, but sheep have 3 rows of hair. And then this pointy little feet. I mean, we all know sheep have 4 hoofs. Wait, is sheep's leg called hoofs? I don't even know. It's animal feet, okay? We know there are 4, but visually, Chinese only simplify to show the proportion. Like it's big puff hair, big fat body here up, but position on tiny, tiny feet. So only 1 row talking now. So that's the sheep image. You can see the contemporary and the traditional, kind of similar looking, but with the traditional, this horn is more vivid, right? Sharper almost. So we have fish and lamb. Originally, I'm thinking, okay, so these are 2 categories of protein. One is from the sea, one is from the land. Combined together means food protein. I mean, food, either it's a seafood or animal farm food, domestic animal farm food, farm animal food. Both of them could mean fresh. I was wrong. when I was checking. Well, partially wrong, I guess. I don't really have, I cannot talk to a language creator back then to ask them, what do you exactly mean? But alternative view by scholars, because a sheep, probably, I guess, I would say in ancient times, one, transportation was far less advanced. Fish was not common cuisine in your dish as lamb, because lamb is transportable. You can keep lamb alive, transport it, or herd it somewhere further away, and then kill them close to the diner. Sad, but yes. Versus fish, it's harder, right? You have to have a fish tank, and fish cannot walk by itself, right? You have to transport. So it's a harder transportation problem, logistically more challenging to have fish delivered to diner. Therefore, lamb would be a more commonly savored meat form. And lamb meat was probably regarded as the highest level tasty meat of all among the other four-leg beings. Pigs, beef. I mean, should I say pig? Is it called a pig meat? Pork. Okay, darn. So pork, beef, what's the other major ones? I think that's it, right? And lamb. These are the three main animal protein that's from the land source. And lamb meat was regarded as the best. And therefore, I mean, Chinese use lamb in their sacrifice symbol. That means, the best kind of quality meat. And we use that in beauty symbol as well. And we add an icon of a big. That means, volume. That means really fat kind of sheep. The best of the best quality of meat sacrifice for the god, worthy of the god tasting, and that best and that premium meat was a definition of beauty in Chinese. So meat here, I mean lamb here, the alternative story is lamb here doesn't mean it's lamb meat as well. It simply means the best kind of meat, as if it's as tasty as lamb meat. But the emphasize, because the fish icon is on the left, normally the left icon is the main core concept was it's talking about. The thing was talking about the fish. So when the fish is as tasty as lamb meat of all the land animal meat, then that means that fish meat must be super fresh, just barely out of water, and then get cooked to the diner. So this fish, fresh, by gauging how tasty that is as if it's as rich and juicy and good taste as lamb meat. And then the fish meat is fresh. And probably because in ancient times, like having fish is really not easy. So having fresh fish, it's even rarer. So people cherish that feeling of fresh. Even till today, Chinese diners, they prefer fresh fish. That's why Chinese supermarkets stinks, because they have big, giant fish tanks to keep fish alive. That's what Chinese people believe in. They have to eat things fresh. And that 鲜 then specifically attribute to fish. So now I got this figured out, because before when I see this phrase 生鲜, it kind of means fresh protein meat. But I don't exactly know this actually means fish. So that means it's a fresh seafood, or at least water food, right? It doesn't necessarily mean it's raised in ocean, salty water, but it could be river as well. But it's seafood. It's from the water, not from the land, even if there is lamb in there. So I think the alternative story also is valid. So 生鲜 simply means fresh seafood. Okay, here's how juicy it is. All right, cash into the currency of thinking by one word a day. So please see you now.